Let's have a look at the Everton side first. Well, one change to tell you about. They've been forced into it. Leon Osman failed a fitness test a little earlier on at Goodison this afternoon, so Steve Watson comes in as replacement. He'll take his place in that five-man midfield unit that so far served David Moyes so well. Manchester City also make one change, but not necessarily enforced. Kevin Keegan relegates Joey Barton to the bench after that fracas at the players' Christmas party. John Macken, another striker, comes in, so Fowler and Anelka look like joining him in an adventurous 4-3-3. And there's the man who's had a strange week, hasn't he? Got the winner for Manchester City at Bolton last weekend, then that well-publicised incident at the players' Christmas party, and as a result, Kevin Keegan has taken firm action. Joey Barton's on the bench. Kevin Keegan prepared to change a winning side, and instead, John Macken comes into the starting lineup. So the message has been sent out by the manager. He won't tolerate indiscipline. And it is Everton who will get us underway in this Boxing Day fixture. Everton have suffered just 2 defeats here so far this season. They have intention certainly of a European finish to the season, perhaps even better than that. If they want to maintain a title challenge, they have to maintain the pace here today. Manchester City also looking towards the top end as Everton attack. Mills clears. And Anelka steps back, perhaps to do some defensive duties that may be required of him throughout the course of this afternoon. A lively start from the home side. Alongside me, his former Everton favourite Barry Horn. And a quick look should tell you, Barry, just how the two have lined up there.
Yeah, well, it's very much a case of the predictable against somewhat unpredictability, really, but we can just see Everton adopting their usual 4-5-1, which have stuck with all season. Steve Watson does appear to have gone into that wide on the right position. But Man City, there's some dispute as to how they line up. Anelka does seem to be lining up down this right-hand side with Fowler down the left, which was always a possibility. And that might put some defensive duties upon Fowler and Anelka during the course of the game.
Now Bent has the chance to attack, and he tries it early. And flashes his shot just over the top.
Mistake there from the young fullback Jordan, just giving Bent that chance. He does get opportunities in every single game he's played this season. He will get chances. His strength, his pace gets him into positions. He was gifted that one there. Just flashed the shot over when the ball across the face of goal there. Might have been a much better option.
Back and through the middle again now. Anelka just behind as Boswell has possession. Sibierski drives it long. Mills wins a header to Anelka. On the right, Phillips. And back to Anelka again. First job to keep it in. He does that. Second job will be to try and get it across. He almost does that as well. Wins a corner.
Good passing movement from City. I mean, when I have seen them this season, they have always passed the ball well, I must say. But they've sometimes lacked that penetration, particularly against Spurs last time out, where they dominated possession-wise but just couldn't create the chances. But with those 3 strikers on, they're always going to be dangerous today.
One of those 3 has come to take the corner kick, Robbie Fowler. Oh, it's over the crossbar. Off the head of Boswell. He was allowed to run into the box there.
Well, good ball in, left-footed by Fowler into the danger area. David Moyes will not be happy with the marking and the defending from that corner. That's a slightly taller player or someone just another yard backwards to give himself some more leverage. Would have got over that, and that would have been a header on target.
The Everton's ball when it goes out. The back of Dunn. As Pistone waits for a teammate to move into position. On the line. It wasn't really worth the wait, was it? Straight to Danny Mills. Now Watson for Everton, beyond Bent. Can Wright Phillips bring it forward? Intelligent play from Wright Phillips to bring Jordan into it. Now Fowler. Too deep from Robbie Fowler. And the home fans enjoyed.
Well, again, you see a good move from City there, but just lacking the end product. Wright Phillips did brilliantly to take that ball down, turn and bring Jordan into play. Fowler made a good run initially, but then wasted it with a poor cross.
Gravison now to Watson. Tackle from Jordan. 22 years old. Gravison goes to ground. Spelled by Sibierski. Takes a quick free kick. Stokes to Weir. Stepping forward, and into free kick. Macken fouled him to stop him. Position potentially for Everton this. Gravison delivers it. Kilban looking to get in on the header. It was Mills who beat him to it. Now Anelka. Stoney keeps it in, which he does. Perhaps could have thought about building an attack, but misplaced pass. And Nigel Martin has to come to the rescue. It's very scrappy at the moment. Player dives into a tackle, Cahill. Then loses possession. We've done on the ball. Wheels back to James. Still being pursued by Bent. This time has time to pick out a teammate with a pass. Now Boswell. Sibierski and Dunn. Phillips. And Mills. Stokes has to be quick to clear. And just to get it as far as Dunn again. Still with Manchester City. Now potential for a break. Watson's had a loops beyond Bent and away from Bent. Dunn's a man to pick it up and play it to Dista. Phillips is moved to that left-hand side temporarily. Now Fowler, Jordan in support. Anelka. Sibierski, Wright Phillips. Weir was looking for his goalkeeper surely there. As it is, Stoney's had to chase to keep the ball in. To move forward quickly to chest it down. Macken is onside. Beyond Fowler, Sibierski arrives. Now Jordan. Oh, sliced by Weir, and that should go behind for another Manchester City corner. More nerves in the Everton back line.
Yeah, very nervous there, Davy Weir. Good spell from Man City, keeping the ball, keeping possession. Here comes the cross, Davy just swinging his left foot. That's it. Lucky that it went where it did, really. Could have gone anywhere. But as yet, no end product from City.
Fowler with the delivery again. Distan came in at the edge of the 6-yard box, but it was cleared. Now Bent in his own half has it. Now Castoni looking for Gravison. Runs across. Stumbles rather. And Everton get more perhaps than they were anticipating out of that. Take the quick throw as well. Wright Phillips was alert to the potential danger there. And Manchester City end up with a goal kick.
Great position from Sean Wright Phillips. I mean, you know, you see there the years that he spent playing as a wing back, where his job has been to get up and down. He's got tremendous energy and good vision as well for one so young, really, to realise, you know, that there was stretch there, there was potential weakness. He's gone in and he's won the goal kick as well. Brilliant.
Kilban. Now Bent perhaps just flips up his heel, but he's still going. And Dunn comes across and gives him a shove. Bent goes to ground. And we have a free kick for Everton.
Well, he's complaining about it. I don't think he's got too many grounds to complain, to be honest. That was a good old-fashioned shoulder barge from Richard Dunn there.
They're not allowed anymore, are they?
Again, you see the strength of Bent chasing lost causes. His first touch was poor, but he regained possession and got something for Everton out of it.
Something that may yet turn into a real positive for the home side. Great position for Gravison to swing it across. And there's lots to aim at in there. Two-man wall. Everybody jockeying inside the box as it comes in from Gravison now. And it's there! And it's Cahill who gets the header! Great delivery, easy finish. 1-0 Everton.
Fantastic ball in from Gravison's delivery, can be hit and miss. That one was definitely a hit. And Cahill making the run from slightly deeper that he's been making all season, got across the defender and the goalkeeper. In the end, it looks an easy finish, but it's the run and the pace and direction of the ball that gives him that chance. Great ball in. Nice, neat and tidy finish. David James, no chance.
Their credit so far. It's very much the favoured scoreline these days around these parts. So they'll perhaps fancy the chances, even at this early stage in proceedings, of at least hanging on to what they've got. Sibierski. Back to Kilban. Good chase, Dunn is there. And eventually receives the ball in a little calmer waters. But again, Everton pushing on their men. It's making life very difficult indeed for Manchester City. This time James skies a clearance. Now Kilban, who has a bit of space and some support. Still Kilban. He's going all alone.
Well, I know he didn't actually get on the end of that ball, but once again you see the value of Bent's presence there, just forcing that mistake and giving Everton the chance to close down play high up the field, and for Kilban to win the ball in that dangerous position.
There is Bent. Out of the box again. There's control from Gravison. Plays in Watson. Chance for Watson. Good save, James.
Lovely bit of play there. Fantastic ball inside the defender. Watson just coming in on the shoulder of the left back, gets his body across. Great first touch. Can't quite get the power into that shot, and in the end it's a save by James at the second attempt.
Just seem to play in their own half at the moment. Continue to chase down every ball. And there you go, all the way back to the goalkeeper.
Well, it's been the story of even when Man City were having their good spell. I said they were having passes, they were keeping the ball, but it was all in areas where Everton were relatively untroubled. At the end of it, it was usually a long punt forward, which Davy Weir and Alan Stubbs 9 times out of 10 are quite happy to deal with. And again, we saw that there, long punt from David James, and Everton have got possession.
Something for Kevin Keegan to think about. He has options perhaps to change the formation around. He has midfielders on the bench to put on those 3 strikers at the start of the game. Stoney's ball, his partner of course on the bench as well, the man who's had to make way, we can only presume because of what happened at the players' party. There he is.
It does send out somewhat mixed messages that, though. If he's going to discipline him, and surely, you know, there are other midfielders at the club. If he's going to discipline him, then surely it should be a complete thing and not just a half measure, as that would seem to be, to my mind anyway.
The feeling is his mind's not quite right after what went on, but you would really favour the fact that Barton has been told off, as it were. They have a chance again to play a free kick in. Sibierski was low, picked up by Dunn, out of the way by Cahill. Makes the challenge, which ensures that Pistoni's ball doesn't travel too far forward.
Good work by Mack in there. Hasn't quite had the impact going forwards, but he certainly worked hard this half.
Goodison every time putting pressure on players in there. It's causing problems for Manchester City. Carsley makes the challenge, but still Wright Phillips has it. Now Jordan. Oswell. That's one challenge, goes down, free kick. Just beginning to concede a few too many free kicks in this sort of position.
A little unfortunate maybe there, Cahill, just seen coming in. I'm not sure that he didn't win the ball clearly there, and Boswell's made the most of that, and the referee's fallen for it. But yeah, you're right, Everton are starting to concede a few free kicks in these areas. So far nothing's come of it.
Is this the moment? Sibierski and Anelka, and the two players over it. One more in the penalty area. Anelka goes with a shot. It's Watson, comes out to Wright Phillips. Cleared away by Kilban. Now Macken has it. Heads up from Fowler! Well, Robbie Fowler will enjoy that goal. The equaliser from the former Everton fan. And he's milking it. Every moment of it.
Well, some good quality there from City, and Robbie Fowler obviously enjoying the end result of that. Good strike from Anelka into the wall. Another strike from Wright Phillips, well defended by Kilban, so good slight deflection. But what a cross in from Macken. Great ball in. Robbie Fowler, right place, and a great finish. That is a strength of his. Fantastic finisher. And he's just celebrating there the fact that that's a great header, and of course doesn't get too many with his head. Great cross, great finish.
Well, the referee's going to have words with Fowler here. I'm not sure he would be entirely appreciative of Robbie Fowler's goal celebrations. And there's the yellow card. So we had Cahill sent off in the game when Everton played at Manchester City for celebrations, and now Fowler booked in the game here at Goodison. All very silly. Goes to Pistone. Defence, and here's Watson! Oh, just wide!
Great effort from Steve Watson. I think it was done, they threw his body in and just got enough of a deflection on that to force it past the post with David James looking all at sea.
And it goes, split away by Sibierski. That would be good enough to preserve Manchester City's lead heading into the interval. Jordan. Anderson's in there. Added minutes. First period, so not a lot of time perhaps for Everton to get themselves back in front. No possession conceded there by Dunn. Ball straight to Carsley. Now Watson. And Hibbert will give it a go perhaps. Down the line but out over the line. And that should be Manchester City home into the half-time interval.
Here's the chance from Steve Watson. Great acrobatic effort from Dunn, equally acrobatic block, just getting his right foot up, putting enough on it to deflect it past the post. That was a good strike from Steve Watson. I don't think David James would have seen that as it flew past him.
Very important block. And here's Anelka. Macken is forward. Martin on to claim. So there we go. Well, no, we don't go. Everyone had risen from the dugouts, but it was the flag that was being raised that was more important. An offside decision prolongs the first half by a few seconds at least.
Both sides now ready for half-time, both settled for the 1-1 scoreline going in. I think Kevin Keegan in particular will be relieved that they've got themselves back into the game.
So the whistle goes, the two teams trot up all square, but it was Cahill's header that put Everton in front, a position from which they've won many matches this season. There was another header to come, Manchester City's first headed goal since May of this year, and Robbie Fowler got it. Another one for him against the club he supported as a boy. As they go off at half-time, the scoreline here at Goodison is Everton 1, Manchester City 1. Manchester City to get the second half underway. And Phil Dowd gives a blast on the whistle. And the ball played straight into touch.
Well, Kevin Keegan obviously feeling vindicated with his selection of personnel and formation, no changes. David Moyes, not surprisingly really, keeping the same starting 11 that he started the game with.
Good turn and move. Bent gives the ball straight to Distan. Gravison keeps the ball in play. Now Bent to the edge of the penalty area, into the penalty area, tries the shot, pulls it across the face of goal.
Well, that's better from Everton. No surprise really. It was Gravison that, although it was Bent that had the shot in, it was Gravison that kick-started the second half for them, winning that ball, chasing it down, slipping a good ball into Bent, who wasn't really set up to take that shot. Might have actually done better there to take Dunn on, use his pace, get round the back and wait for support. But at least Everton got themselves going now.
Goals have been spread around the Everton side. They're not prolific scorers. We've mentioned that statistic, a number of games that they've won by a single goal. 7-1 victories already this season. David Moyes is relying on his midfield often to weigh in with the extra goal here and there, particularly with this 4-5-1 formation that has worked so well for Everton.
Yeah, and they have all chipped in recent weeks. Carsley got the, I think it was his third of the season, to win the derby not so long ago.
There's Anelka. Macken was waiting. Martin caught it.
Good goalkeeper from Nigel Martin.
Quick roll out to Hibbert. Bent off again. Loses out to a combination of Jordan and Distan. Carsley. Now Macken. Anelka's set up already. Stoney's watching him. He wins the ball. Phillips working hard in the midfield. Still Everton have it.
Not a lot of quality being shown at the moment. Time after time, good opportunities are wasted with a poor ball or a rushed ball. Seemingly, whole set of players just haven't started with the confidence that, that they should do, really.
Now here's Hibbert. Looking ball in from Hibbert. Cahill just about keeps it in play. Now Kilban tries to bring it down. Gravison. Stoney's step forward. Kilban. All the way back to the halfway line. Stubbs. Roll forward for Carsley. And Watson picked that one up on the edge of the area, but Everton have it back. There's Rhea. He should be going to build on that Manchester City penalty area. Cahill's offside. His play almost paid off.
Hibbert was in a very, very good position there when Davy Weir got that ball. Decided instead to try to find Cahill. Unfortunately for Everton, was offside.
Stubbs lets it bounce, confident that the goalkeeper has come up to help out. His confidence was rewarded. And Nigel Martin has to kick off the ground. He's done a great job of it. It's a difficult one for the goalkeeper. Distan, a little tussle between those two. And never can get the ball.
Yeah, but once again, Distan just disputing the direction of the throw-in, but he was there, he covered Bent's run, and he got to the ball first.
Gravison has to find a gap to play Marcus Bent into. And again, chases down.
I think think Tim Cahill might be struggling. He didn't seem to come out with his usual vigour at the start of the second half. He's taken a little knock and he's just seems to be limping slightly. Just saying to Carsley there, cover me.
That's the incident.
He's just injured himself, I think.
David Moyes will worry, but a player who's become very important to what Everton have achieved so far this season. Might have picked up an injury. He's not blessed with vast numbers of players to pick from. Those he has been able to select this season have done extremely well for him. Could be that this could be quite a busy club on the opening of the Premiership transfer window in a few days' time. But these days there should be buyers and sellers. Here's Anelka. Still Anelka. And he almost found Sibierski, but it's a great challenge from Watson.
Yeah, great position by Steve Watson. Again, familiar with that role. He's played right back and right wing back, sensing the danger, right side of his man. Good starting position and a good block.
Lots of blue shirts in there, but it's Danny Mills now with the cross. Oh, sure, right, Phillips went for something special. He needs to pick himself up and wait for another cross in. Sibierski. Macken chases, keeps it in. Anelka asks for it. He ignores Anelka. Back to Danny Mills. Right foot, good save by Martin.
Great save. I think that was destined for the side netting. Good strike by Mills after what was possibly City's best passage of play.
Stone takes the throw in and gets it back. Van Russell to the ground by Mills. Just that little rush of blood to the head, isn't it, with Danny Mills again? It's been seen before.
It's been seen on more than one occasion. You just sense that it's just bubbling up a little bit now. I don't think we can argue too much. Both arms across the body there, and you see Sylvain Distin just saying keep it quiet, get on with it, because we need you to defend right now.
Sort of position that Everton scored from in the first half, and Gravesen delivered the crucial ball on that occasion. Can he do it again? Well, Stubbs is there! Oh, it's a great save by James. And it all ends up here in Manchester City having possession.
Well, I think David James actually had to make that save. Great ball in again, wonderful touch, and a very, very brave and very, very quick reflex save from David James, just to keep his eye on the ball there with Bent rushing in. Just think Bent might have been a little bit more aggressive, a little bit braver there, and he might have just got his just rewards for that.
Piece that they've clearly worked on. And this was the one in the first half that brought Everton's one and only goal so far. Here's Hibbert. Tempo is raised a little by the home side as the cross goes in. It's come out to Gravesen to try and chip it up for Bent. Everton back in front, and Marcus Bent is the goal scorer.
Well, Marcus Bent scored the goal. Thomas Gravesen, absolutely wonderful, wonderful piece of vision and skill. Saw Bent on the far post and just picked him out with a wonderful little quick ball, but Sylvain Distin's first mistake of the game. Ball came in from Hibbert. Here we see it. Hibbert makes good ground, not the best first touch. Gets on, ball into the box, not the best, but Distin, there's his first mistake. Have a look at that for the ball, stands up to the far post. Wonderful, wonderful header for Bent, and he deserves that goal. He's worked ever so hard. But Gravesen, for me, was purely the architect there. Fantastic little chip ball, just begging to be headed home.
Celebrations have only just ended here at Goodison Park. Gravesen involved again, the goal creator. And David Moyes will be delighted with the contribution of Thomas Gravesen, but once more,
so easy in that position there, just to see the goal in your sights and flash out wildly, took his touch, and that was just an exquisite pass to the far post. And the last time Everton took the lead in the first half, they enjoyed a good spell of dominance without actually creating too many chances, but they certainly were the stronger team until Man City equalised from that set play. Let's see what they can do this time.
Chases. Oh, that's a difficult one for David James. Head is brought into action. It's a good effect as well, but they're in trouble again potentially here. Oh, they're all over the place just in these last few seconds.
All started with Dunn's hasty back pass back to David James. David James dealt with it brilliantly, but he was put under pressure once again by Bent, forcing that error.
Long throw appears will be delivered into the penalty area. In it comes now. Kilban with a back flick. Behind it goes.
Goal, 62 minutes and 7 seconds, 62:07.
Nudge back in front. Again, position they've made hay so far this season. Don't tend to win games by many goals. Usually one will do.
No, but Everton, they are very, very resilient, and they do come on strong in games. They're incredibly fit. The specialist fitness coach takes a lot of credit for the way they've performed this year.
Hibbert, now Gravison. Just got there ahead of him. Still Gravison has something to say about it though. Makes his contribution and then just gets himself right back up to that halfway line.
Yeah, they will keep going, Everton, whether they're winning, behind, drawing, keep going to the end. And you saw Gravison typifying that there. He's already contributed greatly to this game. Still willing to work hard and chase those balls down, which he did throughout the first half.
Here's Kilban. If he can keep the ball in, there's a chance of something here. Mills is across. An early moment, but Danny Mills did extremely well. I think one or two expect him perhaps to dive into that one. But he kept his calm and did well for his club. Sobierski. And Wright Phillips. Still plenty of goal scorers in the Manchester City side. Here's one of them, Wright Phillips. And Nigel Martin flops to his right-hand side and drops on the ball.
Great effort from Wright Phillips. Didn't quite get the power in a good direction, but he's aimed across the goalkeeper, and Robbie Fowler, folks, not reacting.
The other end, David James has to react as Distan nods the ball back into his hands. And the tempo really has picked up now. It's a slow start to the second half, and a fairly scrappy start to the second half. The game's got better as the pace has got livelier. James makes another hash of the clearance.
Well, it was a bad back pass from Dunn, and again it was Gravison who's putting him under pressure. Richard Dunn's having a shaky 10 minutes at the moment.
A very little rattle of Manchester City. Sobierski from Anelka. They look happier going forward, you have to say. Here's Mills pushing up. Kicked away, finds Watson.
Not a great ball from Steve Watson there, but as the game goes on and City do chase the game, that is areas where Manchester City are vulnerable.
Just have a little problem, Steve Watson. You may have just seen him in the picture there, signalling towards the bench. Need to watch. Here's Hibbert. Given away though. Anelka pushed the ground by Stokes, who's a little too tenacious in the challenge there, and taken quickly. It's breathless stuff at the moment. Here's Wright Phillips. And Macken forced away from goal. And we can look towards the Everton penalty area. Bosvelt up to Wright Phillips. Wright Phillips, good touch wide by Nigel Martin.
Another good effort from Sean Wright Phillips. Once again found Nigel Martin in top form. Again, it's a save that I'm sure he would say he expects to make, but he's got to get there and push it around the post.
Here's Fowler. Prompted one revival in the first half. And now the change will be made, it would appear, for Manchester City. A couple of changes indeed. With Onua coming on for Danny Mills. Disappointed that his afternoon was finished. Perhaps his yellow card had something to do with that. And also the course, he now faces suspension, so Kevin Keegan needs to look at a replacement.
I mean, that's a straightforward swap. Danny Mills in danger of getting himself sent off, and of course now that will probably be the back row for the next game, and Mackins to be replaced as well.
And the man who comes on to replace him is Nguai.
Difficult for Kevin Keegan to make the team any more attacking minded than it already was. It seems that he's gone.
Gravison departs as well. And he gets terrific applause. And you know why. He's made such an important contribution for Everton through the course of the afternoon. And Yobo comes on as his replacement.
Yobo will now play the defensive midfielder. Carsley presumably just play slightly further forward.
All change as we head into the final 10 minutes. Nigel Martin. Now Cahill will have a go.
Cahill there just acknowledging the position and the run that Bent has made for him. It's a good enough effort with his right foot on the turn, but Bent was in a fantastic position down this right-hand side with only Jordan between him and the goal.
Manchester City left it late before claiming their first half equaliser. If they're going to take anything out of this game, they're going to be looking at a similar scenario. At the moment, you'd have to fancy Everton to claim another victory by a single goal margin. Here's Distan. But makes the challenge, then Bent goes in, and the whistle has gone. And that's another incident that sparked a flare-up. Nguai involved in the thick of things straight away, moments after coming on.
Bent's gone in hard there.
He has to get in control as Bent.
Very rare to see people like Davy Weir reacting in that fashion. I think Nguai's just left his foot in high. He's caught Bent after the ball has gone. And the referee just calling over the substitute, I suspect.
Well, the referee has another decision to make here, but it does appear perhaps that Nguai will receive the yellow card. Overbooked in the first half after his over-exuberant celebration. Oh, it's red! What a short presence on the pitch. Nguai sent off for the late challenge on Bent. And no sooner has he come out of the dugout than he's heading back towards it, but past it, down the tunnel and into the dressing rooms. Manchester City, well, their problems begin to build on what's turning into a disappointing day for Kevin Keegan.
Well, regardless of the actual incident, good refereeing again from Mr. Down. I think he's had an excellent game today. He just gave himself a little time, took a step back, didn't jump into any decision. Here we see the incident. Good run from this time, good tackle from Hibbert coming across. Bench is coming up to clear up. Just coming in to clear up with his right foot, and that's a terrible challenge. That is a terrible, terrible challenge, and no wonder Davy Weir and the likes were so incensed by that, because that could so easily have ended up with a broken leg.
Noise levels rise around Goodison Park. Another crowd of over 40,000. Previous attendance for the game against Liverpool was Everton's best ever in the Premiership, 40,552. Today they're just 22 short of that figure. So the Everton supporters are backing their club, and who can blame them, because they are on a terrific run. Already can claim their best start to a season since the 78-79 campaign when Gordon Lee was in charge. And another victory here today if they claim it. Will keep them in as the surprise package of the Premiership season, and will keep them in the running and in the title race. Still work for the home team to do, of course, before they can sit back and enjoy the table this evening. The word resilience was used by Barry Horn a little earlier on in the commentary. That's what Everton seem so much of.
Yeah, and also the other thing about them is they've tended not to make too many slip-ups or too many mistakes when they found themselves in this position. You know, they are able to close the game out. David Moyes makes excellent use of his substitutes time and time again. You know, whether it be to change a game in their favour or just to hold on to a game.
Here's Hibbert, now bent, onside. Oswald. And Jordan to clear. Great again from Bent is high. And as a result, Everton get a throw in.
Two fantastic signings by David Moyes, I have to say. Tim Cahill and Marcus Bent. You know, bargain basement, knockdown prices really for players of their calibre. And they've repaid that with fantastic seasons so far, the pair of them.
The Australian has made a big impact since moving from Millwall. And he's got a goal for himself as well this afternoon, and he's got a free kick for his side in that incident as well. This is exactly what David Moyes will want to see, his team in a very advanced position with the chance just to run a few more seconds down.
And as much as that, Man City do, not surprisingly, have a look at the dispirited team around. We just saw Jordan there walking away, shoulders rounded, head shaking, rolling from side to side, not knowing really what to do.
Ben's happy to keep it down in that corner. And he's being walloped for his trouble by Fowler. And it doesn't result in anything other than an Everton throw in.
I don't think he'll try that again, looking at the look on his face there.
Here's Cahill. He goes to the corner flag. Jordan this time is the man trying to win it back. And he goes out for a goal kick. That clearly appeared to come from Jordan, hit the corner flag, and then go behind.
That's a strange one. I don't think the assistant referee could have been any closer to that.
Well, there you go. Everton will hope now that that doesn't prove to be a crucial
Bad
moment.
news for David Moyes. Marcus Bent just signalling that I think he's got to come off now, possibly as a result of that incident where he was holding the ball in the corner.
So Bent's struggling. The game goes on though. Dunn's header. Noah, and then Wright Phillips. Marcus Bent waving to the bench, asking them to take him off. And his contribution is all but up. David Moyes has seen his signal. And Mick Rathbone, the physio, puts the thumb up. And they have time to make the change. 3 added minutes.
Well, I think it's going to be a scrappy 3 minutes. The frenetic 3 minutes of City have got anything to do with it, but at the moment they're not really making much of an impact on Everton's defence, and Everton just quite content to see the ball remain in City's half.
Another change then coming up shortly for Everton after the fourth official has signified and confirmed that 3 added minutes. Here's the man who's about to depart, Bent. Well, maybe not. He's recovered, it would appear. Locked one up for Ferguson, out of picture, collapses to the ground again. So Everton will be desperate to get Marcus Bent off. Match is coming thick and fast through this festive period. No recovery time for players in this sort of situation, really. So the more chance they can take to work on Marcus Bent through the course of this afternoon and evening. The chance he has of making the game plus 1.
That will be a big worry for David Moyes, because he has been instrumental in Everton's formation and their success with that formation over the season. And of course, if Gravison is at all doubtful, we saw him leaving the pitch earlier. For me, they've been, two of Everton's better, if not best performers this afternoon. So, with the game coming up in a couple of days, that will be a worrying sign for David Moyes. But McFadden's come on. You know, he's a talented player, hasn't had much of an opportunity this season, but another one who'll be looking to stake a claim.
Not too long for James McFadden to make his impression this afternoon. He'll hope to make some sort of contribution of a positive nature in these final few seconds. Here's Wright Phillips, it's a dancing run forward, still going, gets up to Sibierski, and cleared away just before it arrived at Sibierski. And Everton have to defend a corner in the final few seconds.
Yeah, fantastic run by Wright Phillips. taking in between two players, just couldn't quite get the quality across that was required. Yobo, I think, heading it away in the end.
They've thrown away one lead late on. They won't want to do it again, Everton. Here's Fowler into the box. The keeper's up, James. Now Jordan challenging on the edge of the box. Now James will presumably soon have to think about setting off back as it comes in again from Fowler. Kilban's clearance, and James is miles still inside the Everton half and wins a free kick, so James stays forward. Ferguson argues it and says that it was the goalkeeper attempting to make the header rather than the arm going up high.
Not one to take decisions against him lightly, Duncan Ferguson.
David James pushed right up on the edge of the Everton penalty area. Goes way beyond him, and that is not what Kevin Keegan wanted to see. That's probably Manchester City's last chance, and Anua has let him down a little there. Poor free kick.
Good awareness of the position there from Joseph Yobo. Presumably also a good shot from Nigel Martin. Just ducked it at the last minute. Lets the ball run harmlessly out of play.
Yobo helping out at the back, having made a late appearance in this game. And it's looking like being a good start to the festive period for Everton. Seconds remaining. Phillips tries to get going again. And Manchester City do have a throw-in. Whistles around the vast majority of the supporters in the stadium. And I think it looks like Graveson's joining in, isn't he? They know they're on a good run. They want the run to go on, and the run will go on. Everton continue to push at the top end of the Premiership. Marcus Bent got the winning goal in the second half. His first in 8 Premiership games, but an important one for Everton. Good enough to win the game here at Goodison. David Moyes will once more be delighted. His side are pushing at the top end of the Premiership. Final score here at a jubilant Goodison. It's finished Everton 2, Manchester City.
Well, that was another good day for Everton there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good performance. We knew it'd be a very difficult game because Man City are a good team. They've got a lot of players who can cause you problems, but we felt really pleased with the way that we played and felt that we deserved to win.
Manager so overwhelmed with the win, he's pushed the number forward too to have a word with the world, has he?
Well, no, he just has a little break from time to time. He knows that he'll be doing a lot of talking over the next week, so he decided to send me a...
It's another win for Everton, 2-1 against Manchester City at Goodison Park.